Today I'm making the characters for this cake, which is a Bing cake. I'm going to be doing Bing first. So what I've done first, I've set up this, which it's going to be a 4 and 6 inch cake, so I know then exactly how big to make the figures, and I've printed off another little design so that I can copy and work off that. So first of all, should I say, Bing's sat down, so I'll do the feet and legs first and then I'll start on the body. So underneath his feet is yellow. So I've got a bit of yellow here. Don't need much of it. This is gum paste, by the way, or model paste, whichever you want to use. You could use modelling chocolate if you feel happier working with that. I was going to use modelling chocolate, but I didn't have the right colours, so I thought I can't be bothered with that, so I just got my gum paste out. So all you need first off is just maybe a ball like that and split that into half. Roll it together so there's no cracks in it. Make sure they're the same size and just push it down with your finger. Oh, that's a bit bigger than that one, so I'll make that a bit smaller. And that's the base of his feet. And then the next step is white, and that's for his shoes. I'll just get a little bit of white. Then again, you don't need a lot again, but his shoes do come up slightly, so it's slightly more than the bottom of his shoes, so just about that much, I'd say. And again, just split that in half. You've sort of got the top of his shoes like that. Make sure those go on. A little bit of water or glue. Just put that on there. Same with the other. Just make sure they're in line. Push down a touch so as it meets the back. You know, something a bit like that. So it's sort of like that. So those are his shoes. Next he's got like turn-ups at the bottom of his legs. So you do his body, well, I'll do his legs first, and then take a bit of red. You don't need much for his legs because his legs are only short. I've seen some cakes where they do the legs really, really long, and you think, it's a bit too long for his legs. He's only a diddy. So this is going to be sat down on the top of here. So his feet are going to be sort of like that. Ooh. And it's not playing. His feet are going to be sort of like that. Roll that sausage shape. And just bend it so you've got his legs. Check where you want them. So I want them cut off about there, which I'll get a long knife. The other knife. So there's the end of his legs. Cut them off. and just round the bottom where he's got his turnips, just make a mark, go around, just like that. So then it looks like turnips. Dab of glue. This should keep these in line then. And there you've got his legs. Squish his bum down a bit so you can put his body on. I think I'll put a little bit of glue just in between these legs and feet here, just so that they stay together, because you don't want it falling apart when you put it on the cake. And now for his body. Get a bit more of my red. Now his body's quite straight, there's no sort of angles to it. Just move this over here a bit. So you want to sort of, that's about right. Off the head part, and his arms sort of dip in, so at the top here just squeeze it, so you've got that sort of cylinder shape. Gone too fat. That's about right. So I'm going to squish this down a bit more here. Whoop. Push his legs back together. A little bit of glue. Push his body down. Try and get it so that it looks the same, and there you go, there's his body. Next thing is the little button on the front, which is yellow with a tiny bit of black. Got my yellow. Might be a little bit much. Button will go there, so you want to flatten that down a bit with your finger and get a tiny bit of black. You'll need a really tiny bit. Roll it out as thin as you can possibly get it. So it's like that. Tiny bit of glue. each end where it's let's make a little cross. So it's like that. Tiny bit of glue on the front. Bob that on. Next bit is the green. This is going to be his arms. Green's pretty solid. It's been in the bag for a little while. And his arms sort of go on an angle. If you can get it sort of alike. Might be a little bit big that, but we'll try it. So it's just a question of shaping it. A bit of glue up both sides. Maybe a bit big then, but I'll try it for now. And just flatten it. Looks like sleeves. Next bit is a bit of black for the arms, hands. Don't need a lot of this either. The black's pretty solid as well. If you want these to go inside so as the arms don't come apart, just get your little ball tool. Punch a little hole in either side. It's not much of an arm really, it's just mainly a hand. So, grab a tiny bit. And look roughly the same size. point one side of it. That's the side that's going to go into the socket. Other side, just flatten it down. And then cut a little thumb out. You've got your 2 thumbs. Tiny bit of glue. These might be a little bit big, so I might have to swap these over. Just put that in there. They are a bit big. If they turn out to be a bit big, just cut them down a little bit. Try again. It's trial and error with this. I'm not that great at making models as it is, but I can but try. Right. That. Now the next one is the head, which I'm going to make a little hole for. And the head is like, if you look, looks like an onion. So too much for the head. But it does look like an onion. So roll it into a ball. Check the size of it. I think that's a bit big. Take a bit off. I think that's more the size. And then, as it's that sort of shape, sort of pull it up. It's like an onion shape. And it's got like tufts at top. Oh, this is very fiddly. Better. Looks like that. That should do it. I'm just going to pull a bit down from the bottom so as this will go into the neck part that I've made. And hopefully hold it together. So that's the head. Then I'm wanting right, then I'm wanting a bit of, oh, I'll do the ears actually, because then we'll have time to set then. The ears, you're going to have a cocktail stick in, otherwise they won't stay put. So break a cocktail stick in half, just measure it, maybe a bit less. Oh no, it should be alright. Roll it out. You point a bit at both ends. So just cup it in your hands so you're rolling it and making like a pointy bit at both sides. Then cut that in half. And just make like a dint in it. I think I'll use my tool for this. Sort of like that. That look a bit big. Go down. Bit better. cocktail stick in. Leave them to one side to dry. Just slightly dry, it's just so that you can put them on top of the head without them losing too much shape. Just put a fishtail in the back of that to stop it from moving backwards. I mean, you can put a cocktail stick all the way through it and that'll hold it up, but I like to try and not to use them if I can possibly help it. Next thing, the eyes. Now I've got two cutters here, but I think with it being so small, I can do that with the eye, but the black I can't. So just roll it out. Cut two eyes out. And it's sort of got green there as well, so I might have to paint round that. I've not done these before, by the way, so you most probably can tell. I'll try a bit of green. And then black. So I need a tiny bit of black, don't I? So green first of all. Squish that a bit. Get the black. That's about right. Maybe half of that. Dampen that slightly. So you've got the white, the black and the green there. Maybe the white's not as wide as what I want it to be, but yeah, I'll start that again. Do that again. It look like goggle eyes. Sometimes you've got to laugh at yourself. I think I'll cut it out and paint it on. It'd be easier. I'll paint it on later. Them still look too big. Try rolling them. Yeah. Oh, looks better. I'll paint the rest on. Next, the mouth and the ears. The mouth sort of curls up and around. This is going to have to be very thin. With the model being so small, it's going on a 4-inch cake, so it's tiny. Cut that bit off. It sort of goes up and around, so let's see if I can do it like this. So it's sort of like that. Flatten that a bit so that it stays put. And I'll put this on the mouth. So that's the mouth part. The ears, you have a little bit of brown on them as well. I've done like a flesh colour because it looks to me like it's a flesh colour. And that sort of goes up and around as well. But with them being so small, I don't think I'm going to get it just how it's supposed to go because there isn't enough room. I think that's best. I'm going to get it for the ears. just make a little dent in there because it'll stop the stick coming out. Right, that's the ears. And just for painting the green, there's the green. And I think what I'll do is I'll use this black. Tiny bit black. Squish it in your finger. And there we go, all done. Not brilliant like, because it's so tiny. It's very, very fiddly, but I'll leave that to dry now for about 5 days and should be alright to just top onto cake. Thanks for watching.